Hi there, it's Liz. I want to show you about Seesaw home codes. So if you are a 2nd through 8th grade teacher and you use Seesaw, you're going to want to make sure your students have their home code. If you're a kinder or a TK kinder or 1st grade teacher, you're not sending devices home, but you might use Seesaw as an optional enrichment kind of activity. If that's the case, you're going to want your students to sign in at home on their device, and you're going to need to give them the home code too. Under no circumstances should you send home that QR code, because that gives families access to every student's work, and that is completely not okay. If your students are signed in on their student devices already, like you're a 3rd grade teacher with iPads, you're going to send the iPad home and go, great, they already are signed in to Seesaw. Again, not something we can do because the students will have access to every student's work, and we can't have that with families. That's a privacy issue. So the home code is what you want to use. Let me show you how to get that. You can't get it, I don't think, on an iPad. So the easiest way is to open a tab and go to web.seesaw.me, and it might have you sign in. It's going to here, I'm going to log in. There we go. Now up here, you see using Seesaw for home learning, get home learning codes. And you've got a couple options. When you click there, you're going to see all your classes if you have more than one. You can print codes. This is going to give you a PDF that you can print a page for every student. I'm not sure if you're a TK kinder or 1st grade who's going to be sending a packet home with students, you might want to print this and have it for them. The parents, if they're already connected on Seesaw Family, they're going to want to also get the Seesaw class. Let me see how long this takes to open the PDF, and I'll show you. There we go. So we'll have a page for every student. Here we go. That's going to tell them, go to seesaw.me or the class app, different than the family app. I'm a student, and then put in the code. So this code is for one specific student. This student happens to be named discussion prompt because it's a sample class. But every student, there's Eddie Einstein, will have their own page. They're just going to use this text code. That's going to give them access to activities is the main thing, because the family app doesn't have activities. If you're a 2nd through 8th grade iPad teacher, before you send your iPads home with Seesaw, you are going to want to come here and download the codes. When you open it, oops, hang on. There we go, you get the idea. When you open it, you'll see each student's name and their code. You're going to want to transition their iPad over to this home code on the class app, because again, we can't have families at home seeing every student's work. Now, let's say, let me close that so we understand how the home codes work. Let's say you've got your students sending videos. They're making a video to say hi to each other, and you really want everyone to see that. That's fine. They're going to put it in their own folder. You can go through, let's say this is the one I really want to share with everyone. I just come in and I edit people and check up here. And that's going to post it so everyone can see it. So you are in control of what the families can see at home, so that you're not sharing any student work, because the last thing we want is for a mom to go to their kid, well, you know the scenarios that they might compare. We don't want anything to do with that, whether it's positive or negative. We don't want that work comparison happening. So the home code, super important. You're going to use it right up here. We can't send devices home signed into the class. They need to be signed into the home code. If you're having families use Seesaw at home on their own device, do the home code. If you're a Chromebook class, your students are going to be signing in every time anyways, so have them use this home learning code instead of the class code. Just tell them there's a new class. All right, so that is Seesaw home codes.